Good afternoon, ladies and gents. It's Moneybags and McP down here with Jake. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Love them all. Remember to hit us up. Hit me up. Want to see the Moneybags? I love it. It's great.
Ding ding.
We're going to do an entry level to early spring bass fishing here. So this is like our top 5 and maybe some change early bass techniques. I got out the other day, got a nice one on some of the lures we got here.
A nice one. I think it was a beast. We're talking like 6.5, 7 pounds. This guy's got me juiced up.
On the trout rod too.
It's almost that time. It's getting close.
Yes.
We're psyched. This guy's psyched.
Yep. Going out every night. I get the yak in the back of the Jeep. I'm going to be hitting the pond right after work. So
let's drop some tips for the people.
Yes.
I'll start off.
All right. So
Moneybags, he can save the treats for in a second.
Ooh.
And I'll start off with the classic Senko worms. Everyone's probably got a pack of these in the car, in the truck.
Yeah.
Just laying around just because they've used them so much. I know I do.
Yep.
So that's the Gary Yamamoto 5-inch Senkos. But also, I got the KVD Ocho worms. These things are great because you get 10 in a pack, $4.99 versus $9.99. I mean, they work pretty much the same. Moneybags put me onto them last year.
Yep. If you can get two packs for the price of one, you know what I mean? You can't tell me it's not going to catch more fish. So
that's kind of a fact.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Double the worms is potentially double the fish.
For sure.
And as we know, they're all super soft plastics. They tear like crazy. So if you can get more out of it, why the heck wouldn't you, My starting soft plastic here. This is like the Net Ocho. So same thing as the Ocho worm here. Literally the same color, the green watermelon red flake. These you would probably hook up. I've got the little Bitsy Bug micro jig here. So it's a nice light jig, a nice weed guard on here, and I would rig these up together or just on a plain Ned rig jig head.
Again, incredible discounts. I mean,
yeah, good deals.
$2.99 for the jig.
$6 for a bunch of Neds. These things will last a long time. I think that they tend to hold up a little bit better than like hooking these up with either the EWG or Wacky Worm setup, which we do have the bands for in stock and the tools.
Well, let's keep going with KVD because he's everywhere up here.
Everywhere.
Let's go with the good old caffeine shad. Now, these things, again, you get 7 for $5.99.
Yep.
Can't beat it.
Yep.
I got 2 packs here. I got this little baby bass green. That's one of my personal favorite colors.
Definitely.
Works really well. Running this slowly at this time of year, just bumping off of that structure. That little tail is put a bunch of vibrations out there. The fish love it. I know McP loves a little swim shad.
Yeah.
But caffeine shad for myself,
definitely.
go to.
I honestly prefer the caffeine shad, especially as a trailer, because they're a little bit slimmer profile and they don't add a super lot of water resistance, like as a little accessory on a jig or some jig. Okay. So preferred there. I'm gonna stick with the paddle tails as well. Everybody's favorite 4-3 Kitech. This is my personal favorite. It's got like a silver belly with the flake, and then a dark green with kind of a mixed flake on top. I usually rig these up either on these little Gamakatsu Swimbait hook, little jig heads. They got a really nice bait keeper on those, and they're slim profile, so they track true through the water. Or a weighted Swimbait hook, but these Owner Beast ones are beautiful and will hold up for your stripers as well.
Again, you're seeing something common. That little green, little silvery mix.
Yeah.
Same thing there, kind of translucent.
Yeah.
For some reason, the bass love it. It's probably all the little herring we got swimming around, baby bass, all kinds of little stuff.
Yeah.
That size swimming around these ponds.
Yep.
Now we're gonna go from something this size to something nearly 8 ounces?
Yeah, it's a big one.
This one right here, big swim baits. Everybody knows big swim baits catch big fish. Well, actually, they catch all sizes of fish. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I mean, I got this all the way here from a 10-inch, 7-ounce, all the way down to 6 inches and just over an ounce.
Yep.
What's nice about that is, firstly, that's a snack for a bass. I mean, that might look big, but realistically, these largemouth bass hammer these.
Yep.
One of my personal favorite here is the Savage Gear. This is 1 3/4 ounce, but it has this big pulse tail.
Super pulsing.
So you can just slowly drag that through the bottom, and that tail is putting out a lot of vibrations, a lot of just kicking up everything. Gets the fish juiced up, gets me juiced up, especially with these trout stockings we've just got. They're putting a bunch of trout in there that look just like this.
Yep.
That's why we got so many big fish on the Cape.
They're really there isn't a bait on this table that's too big for some of the largies in these ponds, and we all catch a lot of dinks, especially midsummer. But finding some of these pre-spawn big females, you're not really gonna be able to throw on a freshwater rod a bait that's gonna be too big for these things to eat. So
7 ounces.
7 ounces, you know. But I caught probably a 1.5 pound rainbow trout a couple years ago, and had a largemouth bass eat it on me and steal it off my lure. So there's monsters. There's
They're
monsters.
crazy.
That's what got me back into freshwater bass fishing, was that single incident. So I want to be my PB this year, and we have yet to do it, but we're not giving up.
But they don't all have to be big.
Yeah. Yep. So my thing, especially in the shop, I say it a lot more for saltwater, but elephants still eat peanuts. That big bass that Jake and I were talking about earlier was caught on one of these little Baker jerkbaits. I had it rigged up on my trout because, you know, brown trout will eat these guys, but then obviously Big Bird will also eat
put
it as
the
well.
picture over me. The picture's
Yeah.
going to be right here on top.
Boom, boom. And then also, you know, down the same lines, a little bit bigger, KVD coming up again. This is a nice little jerkbait, a little bit larger to kind of target those bigger fish. But I like these because you can work them really slow. They have a nice erratic action, so it'll trigger the bite there.
Stays in that strike zone a long time too.
Yeah.
You give it a good jerk and it just sits there.
Yep, I will definitely give it a solid couple Mississippis, just to kind of like, you know, because they'll watch it coming through the water column and just creep on it real slow.
Mm-hmm.
You pause it for that long time, and that first twitch usually gets the bite, you know.
Talking of real slow, let's go to early spring. Let's remember this is early spring.
Yeah.
Not too crazy. Fish are still pretty lethargic.
Yep.
Spinnerbaits, $5.99, $6.99, great discount.
Yep.
Again, what's nice about them is you can fish them so many ways. I'm sure, just like I said about the Garys, everyone's got these all over the place. You find them in your garage, not looking in too good a shape. We'll go replace it. It's $10 for 2.
Right.
So I kind of like this little dark one here. This is a little black and blue. What's nice about this is it's got a massive single blade. I've dropped it, but it doesn't break, so it's okay.
No, yeah, she's tough.
Toss it in there, and you can be in pitch black, and you're just gonna creep it across the bottom. And that blade is smacking out so many vibrations. Some of the biggest bass have been caught in the night. Especially myself, I do a decent amount of it, not too much. I'm not crazy out there late night for the largemouth. Usually that's for the stripers, but I have done a lot of good fishing using a little black or a black and blue spinnerbait across the bottom at night.
Definitely, yeah. Or I've had great success fishing whopper plopper till dark, and then maybe just sticking around for an extra 45 minutes can be pay off big time. You know,
Sure.
An extra half an hour could be
Huge.
another 10
It's
pounder.
huge,
You know
for
what I mean? Another one of my favorites. Mentioned it before, swim jig. This is really light, so I can still use it on my spin bait gear, which makes it really nice. I would either use it with the Kitech that we mentioned, or even more optimally, I would use it with the caffeine shot. You know, every soft plastic kind of has its optimal way to be used. I like the Kitechs a lot, but I usually use them solo because they kind of do everything they need by themselves. You know.
And swim jigs here on the Cape, not many people fish them. I don't know if it's if they don't have the gear to fish it, they don't know how to fish it. Super, super, super effective bait. I mean, we were down in Alabama that time.
Yep.
And we were crushing them all on swim jigs. Everything was on a swim jig. If you've got a lot of good structure in your pond, lake you're fishing, a jig, especially the swim jig, for me personally, is one of the best ways to get after them.
Yeah, and this is a 1/4 ounce. I like it because it covers a lot of water. You know, you can work it along the bottom, just dragging it. You can cast it and just cover a massive amount of water in a short period of time. So, you know, you got a good shot of catching a big old bass.
Yeah, you can't catch it if you're not putting it in front of the mouth.
Right.
Now, when we're talking about covering a lot of distance, instantly comes to mind squarebill.
Yeah.
Love this thing. Again, KVD. This is called the shizzle color. I mean, it's a nice little green on top, kind of white underbelly.
Yeah, and just kind of natural, you know?
Exactly. Natural looking, nothing too crazy.
Yep.
Nice about this is it dives about 3 to 5 feet, which for ponds here on the Cape, it's tough to really go a lot deeper than that because you will be getting snagged up in weeds and all that fun stuff, which is what you want to be. You want to be in that area.
Right.
But sometimes you just really can't fish them. Some of these shallow kettle ponds, not even worth it. Super stoked for the Salmo squarebill. This thing is diesel. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys have seen was it the bass bug that they've
Yeah,
got?
the bass bug is.
That thing, it looks like, as Matt would call it, the chicken nugget.
Yup.
But this thing is, we'll show it in
It's
the
a big
B-roll.
boy.
But it's massive.
I wish you could see the depth of it because the belly is so wide on this. It's going to be swimming really aggressive. You're definitely going to know you got this
Really
thing tied
looking
on.
forward to using that. It's
Yeah.
going to cover, again, a lot of distance. And I think it's going to trigger some super, super, super aggressive hits.
Yeah, I want to continue up on the honorable mention of the bass bug because this is going to be the year of the cicadas. Every 17 years, we get a big cicada run. And it's a mass. We call it a chicken nugget. It's exactly what it looks like. It looks like a floating chicken nugget. It's like a wake bait. So I think that when we got big bugs sitting on the surface, it's gonna be
We'll add it
good
in.
this summer.
We'll add it in.
Yeah,
Over
yeah,
what we just said, we'll add some B-roll of it in it.
Yep.
It looks great. I think it's going to be one of those things that the fish have never seen before.
I know. I've never seen anything like
And
it before.
I expect big blow-ups.
Yep.
And it's only one hook. One treble hook.
One treble hook. I think that we crimp the barbs on this thing. It'll just be really nice for hooking and releasing.
For sure.
Yep. Oh, I still got one left. So, Moneybags always looking for the good deals, more versatile lures. These are the bigger Castmasters. So, if you're pulling out your bass gear, a lot of these ponds have a lot of trout. They also have a lot of bass, smallmouth. These are going to cast, go to the bottom, catch those bass a little bit better, but also good multi-species lure here. So even big perch and all our trout will definitely smack these guys. You get the little triple pack, it's like $17, but you get blue and silver, a gold and a silver. The only colors that you ever need.
For sure. I mean, even when the schoolies come in.
Yeah,
just
even the
add a better
schoolies.
single hook on the back, get rid of that treble, and you're good to go. You have plenty of fun.
Yep.
They'll smash them.
And these are the 1/4 ounces. If you're out in the kayak and you're fishing a little bit deeper water, and maybe you're not fishing from the bank, you just want more distance, these guys, I definitely have at least half a dozen of them.
For sure.
Boom, boom.
I mean, a quick thing, too, to add. We'll always add it. Catch and releasing these fish quick.
Yeah.
You know, these fish are coming out of a long winter. They've kind of just been chilling out.
Yeah. Reviving the fish after you catch it.
I mean, the big bass, they can kind of take a lot, to be fair to them.
Yep.
But, I mean, if you can use a net, do it. I mean, especially if you're in a kayak, it kind of...
Yep.
He'll tell a story. His Bakers was hanging off with one hook.
Yeah. It was. We had one hook. We had two barbs in the back hook, and she was head shaking like crazy, yak side. So I went in for the lip real quick, and if I hooked myself, I hooked myself. But I wasn't losing that one. I wasn't losing it. She was a beaut, and it just it definitely got me psyched for the season ahead. You know.
Yeah. And in terms of where we fish, we'll do another video later on if you want to see that.
Yep.
Spam it in the comments. We'll get to it for sure.
Yeah.
This is kind of just the start of largemouth fishing. We're going to have some great content for you guys coming up.
For sure.
Us on the water.
Yeah.
Can't wait for it.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have a lot of
consume
footage.
it.
Like I said, I'm hunting for that PB, so I'm not giving up. We'll get a lot of footage.
Either way.
For sure.
Heck yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Remember, Moneybags in the comments.
Yup.
Any video ideas you want,
Yep.
like, subscribe, share it to a buddy, whatever you want to do.
Absolutely.
This has been Jake, freshly shaved up. You probably don't recognize me.
Moneybags, completely the opposite.
The one and
Full
only.
lumberjack style.
We'll catch you on Tuesday.
Have a great day, guys. That's it.